Tisha, I'm very excited to have this conversation as you are our mentor and tour guide for Israel. So tell me about what got you involved in being here. I mean, obviously, we'll hear the accent. You're from the United States, but you live here now. How'd you end up in the position of introducing people to Israel?
Well, it all started when I was 9 months old. My mother pioneered gospel, first of all, gospel music in the United States, and bands like the Gaithers and Larry Gatland and the Oak Ridge Boys and all of the gospel bands. I grew up backstage with Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash.
Wow.
And had a great childhood, and we were filling coliseums back when I was just a little child. And someone came to my mom in 1968 and asked her, "Have you ever wanted to bring a tour to Israel? You're filling up these coliseums, why don't you advertise a tour?" And my mom took her first tour in 1968. I was 9 months old. And fell in love with the country. To walk where Jesus walked, to walk where the prophets walked, it changed her life. And she immediately went back to the Israel government tourist office and worked with the Israeli government to help them start a Christian market. She believed that every Christian had to come to Israel because it would change their lives. To see where Jesus walked and the prophets walked, it makes the Bible no longer black and white, but technicolor.
Right.
So as I came to the land as a child on multiple tours, I literally fell in love with the country. There's nothing like it. The scripture says that he'll comfort those that comfort Israel. The scripture says he'll bless those that bless Israel. And the scripture even says that they're the apple of his eye. And so even as a little child, I used to weep when I would leave the country. And I knew that that was my destiny. I'd be back here. And in 1993, I made Aliyah, which means I immigrated to Israel. And never, ever, ever regretted it for one moment.
Wow. So now you have the, I guess maybe call it the privilege or the blessing to be able to take a lot of people through Israel, and you seem to be the guide to the stars who come here. Your reputation precedes you. So, are you allowed to talk about some of the people that you've introduced to Israel?
Sure. To be honest with you, I never take that for granted. I always say it's God's favor.
Yeah.
He's opened so many doors for me here in the land, and it's been amazing to work with some amazing people. Sarah Palin, I helped her with her first trip to Israel, and also Governor Huckabee. I've worked with the Governor Huckabee for many years. Yes, Governor Mike Huckabee. Many gospel music and country music artists. Senator Rand Paul, the President of South Korea, and many more.
That's it for this particular interview. Thanks for joining me. Really excited to take this ongoing journey with you as we keep bringing more content. If you haven't already, you really should subscribe to this channel. There's a lot of phenomenal content coming down the road into the future that you'll want to know about. Leave a comment down here. I think people would love to hear from you, and then you can hear from them too. If you liked it, go ahead and give a like. It only takes half a second, and share this with people that you care about. The world needs more light in it right now. So thanks for being with me. Hope to connect with you again soon.